Yes, the media war has just begun. Ekpa is accusing some people of sabotaging him. A tweet which was said to be reported by him. He says the World Bank and IMF have agreed to loan the sum of $57.5 billion to BiAFRA Republic government in exile to form our government after December 2nd, 2024 declaration of Biafra. I thank our sister Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala for helping me to facilitate the loan. Now, when the name Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala was mentioned, it became another thing entirely. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, we know she's an international figure, especially with the World Bank, with the IMF, International Trade Center. She is a colossus. She is an influence when we talk about World Bank, the world trade and world politics. She was forced to debunk that report, allegedly by Ekpa. Many are accusing Ekpa of carrying out fake news that are non-realistic. There is an accusation on Ekpa. So this is what she said. So Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala said, I know no sensible person will believe what is contained in the outrageous tweet below, but in these troubled times, it is important to underscore that the statement is false. Again, I enjoin all those seeking to misuse my name to desist. That is what she said, reacting to the post credited to Ekpa. No sensible person will believe that report that is accredited. I know I'm using the word accredited. Alleged that Ekpa tweeted what we just read now. The World Bank, IMF agreeing to give Biafra Republic government $57.5 billion to form the Biafran government after the 2nd of December 2024. Ekpa on his own came out to say that that tweet was not from him. He debunked that tweet. You know, he has made so many enemies, and many people will not want to listen to him, whether it is true or not, because they see the December 2nd declaration of Biafra as non-realistic, asking him questions like, do we have what it takes to defend our fatherland? Do you have what it takes? Why making unnecessary postulations when that is the question that Ekpa is being asked? So looking at that, this is an opportunity to also blast Ekpa again with this tweet. Somebody said that after he tweeted that tweet, he deleted the tweet. He has come to say that there is a particular person that tweeted what he is being accused of, and that person, you can see it on your screen, the same tweet. And there was a former tweet that this person tweeted. I don't know why I'm using tweet. A former he wrote something that made him suspicious, this particular person, saying that he is from so tribe. I don't want to mention the name. Look at the tweet. He is from so tribe. He is going to make sure that he disguises himself to sabotage another tribe. And this particular tweet that is making everybody bashing Ekpa, he is said to be emanating from this particular person. So, accusations that there's a media war, people are trying to discredit what Ekpa is doing and has done over the years. I'm confused. Why would somebody wants to sabotage a Ekpa? Because according to Okonjo-Iweala, I say no sensible person will believe such. And I believe that Ekpa is as smart as he is not to tweet such. But if the accusation remains that this particular person you are seeing on your screen is responsible for the fake news, he edited whatever he edited and made it look like Ekpa did this so that they can give him a bad name now that 2nd of December is coming. Well, my brother, if you ask me now, who I go ask? Whether it is Ekpa or this person. But the most important thing that we need to notice is that what I am happy about is that now everybody is discussing Biafra. That is my joy. You are discussing Biafra. You see, when the media stop discussing your matter, you become irrelevant. When Nnamdikanu started, he started with the media. He was very, very meticulous. And he was wise to have engaged the media in his quest for Biafra and see the many souls that he used his Biafra radio to win, like some of us. We never saw reason then. Then I had this notion that if Ojukwu fought the Biafra war and ran away, that was the notion I had. I had so many grudges with Biafra agitation, so many questions I wanted to ask that people were not giving me answers. Instead, they were saying all sorts of things. They are trying to defend. And I asked this question then, that Ojukwu, as you see him, you fought the Nigerian Biafra war, you handed over to Effiong to settle the whole thing, and you ran. You went on exile. You came back to the same Nigeria, got involved in the politics, formed a government, formed a political party which is APGA, and the same APGA, you came out to become the president of a country of Nigeria. That was my notion, but it got to a point I had to think otherwise. You see, there are many ways to get something. Nobody convinced me. But when Nnamdikanu started his radio Biafra, I was working in a media house. So every night I would listen to Nnamdikanu, and the guy was so convincing with his media. He was the talk of the town. So where I'm driving at is that this thing that's happening with Ekpa, Simon Ekpa, and whoever that is being accused of sabotaging him or setting him up, we are now discussing Biafra. That is the deal. If we continue discussing Biafra and Biafra goes global, then the chances we have at having to negotiate, having to dialogue, having to get a place at the Committee of Nations. When nations start discussing your matter, there's every possibility that Biafra will be given to us much more on a platter of gold than on us fighting for it. Whether you like what Simon Ekpa is doing or not, I might not agree with many things that Simon Ekpa is doing, but for the fact that he's in that picture making everybody discuss about Biafra, because left to some of these people that don't like Simon Ekpa's style, nobody will discuss about Biafra. Somebody brought a suggestion. Let us stop this sit at home. This sit at home does not contribute to blah blah blah. I understand from that perspective. You need to discuss about Biafra for Biafra to have head. If you are not contributing to the discussion, to the conversation, that means you don't have any right to blame somebody that is doing his own. Everybody has a role he's playing. Simon Ekpa might be the spoiler. He might not be doing it, might not be perfect. He might be committing atrocities or saying I killed this, I killed that, which is I'm totally against it. That kind of struggle. Okay, what are you doing? So many people are blasting Simon Ekpa over that tweet. Simon Ekpa comes to tell you that he's not the one, but yet you refuse to agree because you have hatred for him already. You don't like him. You refuse to agree that he's not the one. Okay, this is the person that did it. Even though somebody said, even though he's the person that did it, we know that he has said some things in the past that is not consistent. That some people have said between APC supporters and the Ekpa, the autopilot, which one gets his pass? Comparing the autopilot movement and the APC movement, making jest of this guy. Since Nnamdikanu was incarcerated, this guy has been making noise, making noise that we continue the conversation. So Nnamdikanu used Radio Biafra and won my heart. This was somebody that he knew what he was doing. He was sincere. I saw this passion to get away from the shackles of the Fulani, shackles of the British and UK that has put Nigeria bound. He was against the system. He made some prophecies, and these prophecies are coming to pass. I, as a Nigerian then and now, I never saw any reason to be happy because governments have come and gone and nothing to show for it. So why would I not listen to Nnamdikanu? So Nnamdikanu is one of the persons that warned me, started speaking about Biafra. We need to keep talking about Biafra. See, those people that thought we were going to sabotage the autopilot movement and whatever, they never thought that they were going to, in disguise, become a blessing. Everybody, the world is talking about Biafra. Now that they brought in the World Bank, World Bank, it has gone international. It has gone international. World Bank. Then we need to have these conversations and let it continue. The Southwest used media to get themselves into power. Media is a strong tool, is a weapon. Thank God for social media, because some people have taken over the traditional media. Now, social media is now the game changer. Nobody is going to be nobody is going to control another person. If you think that you have your narrative, you are going to battle with other narratives. If you think you are selling a narrative, a false narrative, like the war, go on. So many people came out and gave their side of the story. If it were to be traditional media, it would be a limited narrative. People that will come out and share their messages to a wider audience, to everybody, will be limited. But now, you can just open your account now. You start telling people, this is what I know. So that is the good thing about what is happening. I hope the World Trade, the IMF, has debunked it through Okonjo-Iweala. We know that this news is targeted at something. Look at the appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. If you ask me, I would say she's a politician. She does not represent Biafra. Even the Abga that she is from, she could not get a Senate seat in Abga. Okay, some people said that now that Tinubu is a master stroke politician, master stroke this. He knows how to play politics. He knows how to deal with the Igbos. Now, he has appointed their Biafra mama, and nobody can talk about Biafra again. Ojukwu came back. I told you, he came back and he contested as president. Who voted for Ojukwu? Who even sent him? Instead, they voted for, I think it was Obasanjo. Nobody sent Ojukwu. Nobody even sent a message. Nobody know whether he's existing. Somebody that led people, declared Biafra. There was a country, according to Chinua Achebe. That's why people can call themselves Biafrans, because of this man. But yet, he came into Nigeria. They gave him honors. They paid him. He set up a party. INEC approved this party. He contested as president. The Igbos did not support him. So what influence does Biafra? What is Biafra bringing to the table when we talk about Biafra? Biafra is bigger than anybody. Now, they wanted to silence Nnamdikanu because these people are media gurus. They want to make sure that they diffuse the popularity of Nnamdikanu. But it is only Ekpa that makes us have to talk about this Biafra. Have this conversation. I say I don't support most of the things he's doing. But where I have this support for Ekpa is that he's making sure that we are having these discussions about Biafra over and over again. Any small thing, you see the man tweeting. This one now.
Aisha Isufu has taxed Imo State Governor, Enugu State Governor, Anambra State Governors. Stop blaming government. You are the CEO of your state. You are the executive governor. Now, since you go to Abuja to collect money, then take responsibility for the insecurity in your state. What do you have to say about it?
Now, thank you for that wonderful question. I think being the governor of the state, you have every power for you to make sure that you get security votes from the federal government. By so doing so, what are the governors doing with this money? Stop coming out to tell the people that there is insecurity in my state and that unknown government have been killing. The government need to take action and put an end to all this and stop apportioning blames. The people you are apportioning blames to are the people who their lives and properties are what entrusted in your hand as the chief security officer of the state. So for a governor to come and start telling people that see there is insecurity in my state, I think to me the governor need to stand up and then act now, because every now and then allocation is being shared for you, security vote is being given to you, and you have the mandate. The primary function of government is to protect life and property. Yes. So if you cannot protect life and property, then why are you the governor?
But some have said that the governors have no power over the military. That it's only the president as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. What do you have to say about that?
The governor does not have power over the military. That is true. But see, the question is that can the governor summon military chiefs in their states, I mean the division's commander, to sit and dialogue for a way forward? The answer is yes. So if you can do that, so indirectly it still has power over the military. Now when it calls for security meeting, don't this men don't these guys attend in his various place? They do. So the president should not come and say that he does not have the governor should not come and say he does not have power. We still have killings in Imo State, Enugu State, and some other states. For how long can we continue in this path? The people are scared of their lives. The people cannot even access government, access those who they claim to be what electorate. We cannot access people that give us the mandate. So how long can they continue like this? So I think the government of these states on their own, they need to up their games. You must up your games as a governor if you don't want to be sacked come 2027.
But there's always been this fear that the votes of Nigerians does not count, and that is why our elected officials are acting this week. That assuming our vote is counting, they will sit up knowing that if I don't perform, no second term for me. You agree with that statement?
Our vote does not count. I cannot say if our vote count or not, because I have not conducted any election. So what I'm to say is that people have lost confidence in the INEC. In the power.
The reason why they've lost
you've lost confidence because so many persons have seen the case of Hope Uzodinma when he but reason best the court knows why he had to give it to him. But someone who came forth in the election was uplifted and then he came forth. So the court cited some reasons which Hope Uzodinma became the governor. Reason best known to them. I am not in a position to speak for the court. But one thing is that INEC needs to be the trust of Nigerians again. You saw what happened in last election. As allegedly reports that result was changed in the RF quarter. So I don't know how true that allegation is, but see, it has been going viral. So these are things INEC need to repose that confidence in the average Nigerian. And for the governors too, how much is being given to you on a monthly basis? If you get money on a monthly basis, then why don't you make sure that these people who gave you the mandate to protect them, you can as well protect them too? Because the people cannot always be one-sided every time. The people need to benefit from dividends of democracy, and when they have to benefit from the dividends of democracy is by what? By inclusive governance. The people need to feel the government impact. Not every time you come on here and say on government has attacked the people, you come and start creating fear. These governments are even creating fear in the life of the ordinary man.
We've seen the governor of Enugu State who has declared that Monday is no longer a sit-at-home in Enugu State. When people are saying that, you are seeing that as because you're the governor. can you come and secure our lives? I mean, the other people, because you see this sit at home every Monday. Some are doing it maybe out of respect for nnamdikanu, but some are doing it out of fear. It is two ways. People are telling the governor, please find a way to secure that police cannot be everywhere. What do you think? Because sit at home every Monday, it might be affecting the economic activities in the southeast. What do you think that the governor can do, or the governors in the southeast can do?
Thank you for that one. I think sit at home every Monday is a commensurate to honor the Mazi nnamdikanu, who has been in incarceration for 4 years now and still counting. But what I want to say is that when there is a conflict in the land, the president himself needs to address this issue of Kanu. Let Kanu issue be settled out of court. If what Kanu is the son of the president, as a son, you can go, you can have a different view or different ideology and philosophy from what your father had. But why can't you, as a father, have you reached out to Kanu himself? And what I felt that the president ought to have done was, why Kanu was in decision, go and meet, let them bring Kanu to you, DSS. Sit down with Kanu, have a round table discussion with him.
But do you think that's possible? Because we saw
You see, my mother,
he could not
my mother,
freedom.
Buhari is different. See,
So
these are two different people.
Yes.
If you want the security apparatus cannot be everywhere, and these guys are what, overstretched.
Yes.
These guys are also overstretched. So the president is the father of the nation.
Yes.
Since the president is the father of the nation, he should at least reach out to this guy, even to the Ohaneze Igbo. Whenever he will want to invite some Igbo politicians and some Igbo stakeholders to sit on a round table and discuss with Kanu. You have conditions, give him the conditions. Send it to him. Because you see, this is the only way this thing about marginalization can stop. And the truth of our matter is that the Igbos are heavily marginalized in the country. And that is what, and that has breed a whole lot.
But do you think that giving them an opportunity, or yes, that's an opportunity, or finding a way, a consensus in 1999, Nigeria had a consensus on making a Yoruba man a president. In 2007, Nigeria had another consensus to make another man to be a president. Do you think that Nigeria finding a way or making a consensus to make an Igbo man the president is going to make that marginalization or the agitations go down in the south?
Making an Igbo man be the president would at least work to some extent. It will help this issue of marginalization reduce a very long way, because if the Igbo man is the president, Peter Obi, you will not watch Peter Obi allowing nnamdikanu to languish in detention, even if, because yes, that is his brother from his tribe. They are from same tribe. No, so why was Sonegbo released? It was let's go.
Yes.
So to some extent, it will help a long way. And as an Igbo man, he will speak in the language that the Igbos. Now I am one of your sons. Yes. You don't have any right to agitate.
Yes.
So that will help them. It will go a very long way for them too.
So I'm letting you go. I think we have like 1 minute.
Okay.
Now, Southeastern Governors Forum. What should be their next step?
Southeastern Governors Forum should at least make moves to meet with the presidents.
Yes.
To put an end to all this. That is the only way. Because if there's no end to all this, all we hear is killing. And then we are not in support of all this killing. It is not good for the future of the country. It's not good for the future of the country.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.